Well, good evening, everyone, from Susquehanna High School, where tonight the Trojans go on the road in their effort to gain the PIAA District 3 Class AA Championship. And tonight, providing the opposition for the Trojans will be the Annville Cleona Dutchmen. The Dutchmen, if you recall, a year ago took the Trojans apart down at Camp Hill in a playoff ball game. So tonight the Trojans will be looking to avenge that disaster at the hands of these very same Dutchmen. So we'll be set to go after we get the introductions and that out of the way. We'll be set with the opening tip-off of what we hope will be a long series of playoff games here for the Upper Dauphin Trojans. Trojans coming into tonight's ball game with a final season record, or a record period of 22-2. So the Trojans should have the upper hand tonight as the Dutchmen are being introduced. The first young fella introduced is Wendell Hoover. Next is a 5'8" senior introduced for UDA, and that's Jeff Miller. We're going to expect a lot out of the big Jeff tonight, as he'll be the point guard, and we'll expect a good game from Jeff Miller. 5 is Matt Bixler. He's introduced second for Annville Cleona. And Scott Markle introduced for UDA. Scott will have to have a big ball game tonight too against these Dutchmen. Number 4 is Ken Donor. He is the third man introduced for AC. And for the Trojans, the sophomore Scott Bechtel introduced for UDA. Beat a big game out of the old Scottster too, that's for sure. Number 55 is Dave Fogelsanger for the Annville Cleona Ball Club. And his counterpart on Upper Dauphin will be a 6-foot senior, Sean Herb. Sean, who has risen to be quite a team leader here of late, will need a good game and a better haircut. I don't know where Sean got that haircut, but I wouldn't have paid for it. Anyway, the final guy is Chris Young, number 3 for AC. And the final man introduced for Upper Dauphin will be Scott Reed. Could be one of these crowds that stand up tonight, I believe, and we'll stand up with them, I guess. And we'll be set to go here after the national anthem, I believe, will be sung or played now, and then we'll be right back. Well, we just had the national anthem. There will be 3 officials tonight to officiate the playoff ball games. And we hope that they're 3 good ones. We'll find out here in about a minute. Trojans send out, of course, Reed, Herb, Bechtel, Miller, and Markle. And their counterparts from AC charging onto the floor right now. So it should be a good ball game. We're looking forward to this and hope the best team wins, and I'm sure they will. Fogelsanger will be the tipper off for the AC. We'll call him AC. It's Annville Cleona. The tip controlled over there by that Annville Cleona. Back over here now for Hoover. He's their point guard. Near wing over here he goes to 4. Now Young over in a wing. Hoover has it. Back out here, Fogelsanger coming out front. And 3, and there is Young. Here's a shot taken from inside. It's good for 2. And it's 2-0 AC. They worked the ball around very well that time and got themselves the first 2 points of the ball game. Miller over in the right wing. Jeff out in front here now. Markle spinning it here for Herb. Back out here now inside they go. Reed with a turnaround shot for 2. Won't go. Rebound on the far side. Controlled over there by that number 5. He dishes it back over here for Young. He gets it back to Hoover, and back they come. This is Matt Bixler with it. Bixler driving it to the hoop, puts the shot up, won't go. Reed with a rebound, stolen away, but getting right back in there is UD. Markle over in the wing for Miller. Inside they go for Reed. Reed spin around shot, no good, wouldn't go. Ball tapped, or by Bechtel rather, and the ball tapped out of there. Shot was by Bechtel, I beg your pardon. And the ball knocked out of there by AC, so Markle to inbound the ball for Upper Dauphin. Back here for Miller. Sean Herb has it roll loose. Herb still has it, pops it inside now, goes back over on the wing. And Markle will set it up. Over on the side there for Jeff Miller. Now Herb. Herb on the baseline. Puts the shot up and in. Good. UDA 2. AC 2. Sean Herb with the first 2 points of the ball game for Upper Dauphin. And we're tied. Down the wing it goes. Here comes a pass thrown out of bounds underneath by Donner. And UD will inbound the basketball with a chance to take the lead. Both teams a little bit tight here in the early going, one would think. Here's Miller. Inside, Reed. Near wing over here. It goes to Markle. Markle for 2. A little bit too hard. Controlled in there by Herb, though. And the ball stolen away. And here comes a walk called as he went out of bounds with the ball. That's that Wendell Hoover. Good steal by Hoover, showing there is quickness out there on that AC Dutchman Ball Club. But he stepped on the end line. Not a walk. I said a walk, but it was on an end line. And UD with the ball. Jeff Miller. Scott Reed out on a wing. Now here's Jeff for 2. Steps up, and it's good. Jeff Miller for 2. The word has it, of course, that Upper Dauphin lacks outside shooting. So if Jeff Miller can get wound up tonight and get on course as he was in the last ball game out here, the championship ball game, UD should do all right. This is Hoover with it, looking to go inside. Miller cuts him off, and over the wing he goes with it. Now out in front, Fogelsanger with it here for Hoover. Hoover looking for something inside, nothing doing there. Gets it over here to Donner. Now back to Hoover. Trojans cutting them off at the pass so far, but Hoover takes it into the paint, drops it off in there. It's going to be tapped loose and picked up by UDA. Super defensive play inside there. Quick pass down here. Here's Sean for 3. No good. Spins in and out. Hoover with a rebound. AC coming back very quickly with it. This is 5. He'll walk. No call. Now finally a call. I think the crowd called that one, and he agrees with the crowd instead of the crowd agreeing with him. As Matt Bixler fell to his knees, and they call that a walk. He continued with the ball. And back comes UD. They're ahead 4-2. Into the corner there, Bechtel. Here's a shot for 3. No good. Rebound underneath there, tipped away, and picked up over there by that Donner. Back over here for Hoover. Hoover on the wing. Bixler has it. Bixler standing there with it. UD with some good coverage. Ball now handed to Hoover out in front. Hoover will try to wind it down the near wing. Gives it to Bixler. Bixler with a pass inside for an alley-oop for Fogelsanger, and hold everything. A walk called. A walk will be called on Fogelsanger as he got the ball underneath on the loop-in pass, but then shuffle around trying to get position, and is called for the walk. And back come the Trojans with a chance to open up a 4-point lead. Here's Herb for 2. It won't go. Rebound here to Reed. However, Reed pops it up and it's good. Strong rebound and a fine bucket by Scott Reed. It's 6-2 Upper Dauphin. Here comes a kid coasting underneath. Shot put up by Bixler, won't go. Ball comes loose. Controlled in there by that Bonner. Bonner puts a shot up. It's good. It's no good. He's fouled. And Scott Reed will pick up the personal foul. Bonner will go to the line, shooting 2. First foul of the ball game. Bonner to the line to shoot 2. Here's Kev Bonner's first shot. It is good. And it's a 6-3 ball game. UDA leading by 3. 3 minutes 44 seconds left in the first quarter as Bonner pops up his second one. It's good. It's 6-4. UD by 2. Quick pass up here for Herb. Herb will drive it into the baseline there, but blocked off, so he gets it back outside here now inside to Reed. Reed tries to dump it right there, and Bechtel is there for 2. Great pass by Scott Reed inside for that Scott Bechtel, and Bechtel put her home. Here comes Bixler looking for it. Pushes it up, and it won't go in. Foul called on the far side, however. Foul will be on Scott Markle, I believe. Yeah, Scott Markle picks up the personal foul. Second team foul, Scott's first. And AC will inbound the ball as Hoover gets ready to inbound it for Annville Cleona. Loops it inside here for Bixler. Bixler at the top of the key will take it back now and give it back to Hoover as they'll try to set something up. Bixler tapping it inside. Ball comes loose. Vogelsanger picks it up and puts it in. And we're ahead by 2 now. It's 8-6. Here's Herb from outside looking for 3. That won't go. Rebound comes down inside there, and Donner picks it up for AC. Hoover out in front. Jeff Miller on him. Hoover pushes it over the near side here. This is Young for Bonner. Bonner putting the shot up. It's good. And the shot counts, and a foul is called on UD's number 23. That's Sean Herb, and that ball game is tied up at 8. 8 with 2:28. Scoreboard over here behind the thing, but it's convenient to look down that way. Sean picks up his first, the team's third. And looking to give AC the lead for the first time in the ball game is Kev Donner at the foul line, shooting 1. 2. First shot's good. It's 9-8. And back comes UD now, trailing by 1. Miller near wing here for Herb. Sean passing it out here for Jeff Miller. Swings it over on the right side over there. Now back out here. Miller looks for 3. No good. Rebound over there comes down to Bechtel. Scott goes to put a shot up. He's fouled. And Scott Bechtel will go to the line for the first time tonight as the Trojans send their first shooter to the foul line. It will be Scott Bechtel, and he'll be shooting 2. That foul was on Chris Young, his first. Bechtel shooting 2. His first shot is in and out. No good. Remains 9-8. The Dutchman by 1. And Scott can tie it up with his shot. And that's short. Rebound comes back out there, and it's going to be controlled by Annville Cleona as Hoover picks it off. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. AC by 1. He drives it onto the baseline, takes it all the way underneath, scoops it back out in front there now for that Young. And Young will try it out there. The ball rolls loose, picked up over there, however, by Bixler. Bixler travels into the lane, dumping it off right out there. Vogelsanger puts a shot up, stripped away in there by Scott Reed. What a fine defensive play by the big Scott Reed. Here's Markle over on the wing for Miller. Fine play by Reed. Here's 3-point attempt from outside. No good. And on the rebound, they're going to call a foul. The foul's going to be on Bixler. He'll pick up the personal foul as he pushed off trying to go for the rebound. It'll stay UD ball. And for Bixler, he'll be picking up his first personal foul. Only the team's second. Incidentally, AC is the home team on the scoreboard. Whenever we get to look at the scoreboard, it's 9-8 with 1:27 left. Marco will inbound the ball for UDA. Inside he comes here now, and the ball swiped in there. On the wing it goes to Marco. Inside he goes to Reed, back outside. Marco from outside for 3, in and out. That spun no good. Reed with a good rebound and hold everything. They're going to call a jump as Scott got the ball tied up. It'll stay UD ball. Reed tied up in there by Young on a good move by AC, and it's 1:14 remaining in the first quarter. And let's see. Trojans put the ball in play here now as Sean Herb's got it. Sean dribbles it inside, pops the shot up, and it's good. A Gumby move for Sean Herb, and a fine move it was to give the Trojans a 1-point lead. It's 10-9. UDA by 1. Quick pass down the court. This is that Dahmer. Puts the shot up. No good. Rebound in there to Reed. Quick outlet pass here for Miller. Breaking back with Sean Herb. Sean stopping and popping. No good. Foul before the shot. They're going to rule Young committed the foul before the shot. I believe it was on Young. Or rather, no, it wasn't on Young. It was on Hoover. Hoover picks up the personal foul. UD will inbound the ball. As coming into the ball game now is, let's see, 43. Bowman for Annville Cleona. Here's Herb outside for 3. It's good. 2. Okay, just 2. 9-12. Clock down to 38 seconds. That's Bowman with it now. Back over here for Young. He passes it out in front. Bixler drives it in, but quits. Brings it back outside here now for Hoover. Circling around here for Bixler. Bixler over there for Young. On the wing he goes. Young has it outside here Vogelsanger. Bowman out in front playing for Annville Cleona. Bowman's got it. Clock down to 4 seconds. It goes on the wing. Here's a shot over there by Bixler. No good. And that ends the first quarter. So the first quarter comes to an end in a favorable way. UDA up by 3 at the end of 1. It's 12-9 Upper Dauphin. Starting 5 back in there now as Bowman checked out for AC. Hoover will inbound the basketball. Does so over here in the corner. On the baseline goes this Donner. Donner puts a double dribble on it as he picked up the dribble and then said, hey, wait a minute, I can go in here. And he picked up the dribble again. So UD coming back now with a chance to expand that 3-point margin. Jeff Miller over under the read on the right baseline. Now back out to Miller. Markle will take it inside. Give it here for Reed on the baseline. Nice pass inside for Herb for 2. Oh, hey, look out, gang. One heck of a pass inside from Scott Reed to Sean Herb. And Herb put it in. It's 14-9 UD by 5. Bounce pass up here, knocked loose. Young picks it up, takes it inside, puts a shot up and in. Good. Nice drive by Young. And back with it comes UD. 14-11 UD by 3. For Miller, into the wing again. This time it's Bechtel. Scott with it, looking for 3. No good. Rebound comes right down to Bechtel on the baseline. He'll try for 2. That's a little bit short. Rebound, Young has control of it for UDA. Drops it back here for Young, rather. That was Hoover before. Anyway, his shot's no good. Back with it comes Reed. Quick outlet over here for Miller. Jeff taking it inside. Gets it back over here for Herb. Herb for 3. In and out of spins, no good. Rebound back to Bixler. Or rather, Vogelsanger make it. He picks it up, gets it here for Young. Inside they go with it. Hoover on the baseline for 2. Won't go in. And a foul call. And the foul will be on number 5, and that's on Bixler. And Bixler will pick up his second, I believe. Let's see. And anyway, yep, his second. And UD will inbound the ball. Here comes Scott Markle for Miller. Into the corner for Bechtel. Now Miller out here for Herb. Miller inside, he goes with it for Reed. Back over here for Herb. Herb stop it and pop it off the glass. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes down there to that AC. And this is Hoover with it. Hoover's the point guard. He has Donner on the wing, but now he's going to switch around here. Donner moves inside. Bixler's got it. Donner goes over on the left wing this time as they hand it back over here for Hoover. Now Bixler. In there for Young. Young 17 feet out. That won't go. Rebound comes down to Herb. Sean Herb. Quick outlet pass up here now for Bechtel. Scott looking for 2 off the glass. That won't stay down. Rebound inside there, though, is rejected as Markle put the shot up. But Young, I think, got a hand on it. And he rejected that shot. Sean Herb over on the baseline. Dumping it inside here for Reed. Ball spun out of his hand by Young. And back with it come the AC Dutchman. Annville Cleona rolling on the wing over there now. This is Bixler. Bechtel on him. They bounce it inside here for a ball tapped away in there, but it's going to be controlled. No backcourt. They say UD tapped it, and timeout's going to be called now by AC as they see the Trojans all over them and denying them any kind of shot. So we've got 5 minutes, 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. UDA still up by 3, 14-11. Steve Troutman checks into the ball game for Upper Dauphin as timeout is over now and the game resumes. This is Donner. Inside he goes with her Bixler. Bixler for 2. It's good. Well, they looped her inside there and Bixler put her home. Steve Troutman in there, or Steve Troutman in to replace Bechtel at the moment for UD. Miller out in front here for Sean Herb. Into the corner he goes for Steve Troutman, which will Chris call Troutman since Chris Troutman is not here, so call him Chris. Here's Reed for 2. It's good. Scott Reed shoots one up over Vogelsanger and gets 2 more for the big Scotsman. 16-13. UD with that 3-point margin once again. Here's Hoover. Out in front, looking over the wing he goes. Dahmer passed it back inside. Now it goes to Bixler. Bixler for two. No good. Foul will be on Steve Troutman. And Vogelsanger, or Bixler would it be? Let's see, who the heck was that shooting? Bixler. He'll be shooting two. Bechtel comes into the ball game. He'll replace Steve Troutman, who just picked up the personal foul. And Steve did his job there, giving Bechtel a little bit of a whiff. And Bixler at the line, shooting two. Here's his first shot. It's no good. Second shot is good. So he made 1 out of 2. Brings it to a 2-point margin now. As checking into the game is Matt Sanger. Sanger will replace Bixler for AC. Annville Cleona trailing by 2 at 16-14 UD. Herb over in the wing. Back out here for Markle. Over there for Herb. Herb on the baseline. Dropping it back outside now. Here for Miller. Bechtel. Over here for Miller. Jeff for two. No good. Rebound inside there. Let's see. It's going to be controlled underneath. They're going to call it a jump. Boy, a pretty quick jump that time. And anyway, Bixler coming back into the ball game now. And Sanger will check back out for Annville Cleona as Upper Dauphin inbounds the ball. Marco will inbound for UD. Here on the baseline for Scott Reed. Out in front, Miller. Over there for Bechtel eventually. Shot from the side. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Young. He'll drop it here for Hoover. Quick pass up court here now for that Bixler. Bixler goes inside with a shot, puts it in, and we're tied up at 16 again. Tied up 16-16. Super ball game, really. Pass outside here for three. No good. Rebound underneath there to Reed for two. It's good. Scott Reed got himself inside that time and picked off that rebound and put it home. It's 18-16 UDA by 2 again. Hoover crosses the timeline, bumped out there by Miller. Miller still all over him, and finally a 5-second violation. And that's going to give UD the ball back again. So come on, Trojans. Bowman getting ready to come back in for AC. Oh, here's Markle for two. It's good. Scott Markle just gliding inside the paint and gets himself two more. It's 20-16 UD by 4. Hoover out here. Ball strips loose. Markle coming back with it for two for UD. Puts it up. It's no good. Rebound on the far side. Chased down over there by that Dahmer. And let's see, there's going to be a foul call. They're going to call a foul on Jeff Miller. Foul called on Jeff Miller for the hold. So the Trojans missed an opportunity there. And that Bowman checks back into the ball game now, and he'll replace Hoover for AC. This is Bowman with it. He's across the timeline, still working it inside, drops it on the baseline, shot in there, no good by Vogelsanger, but his follow-up shot is good. And it's 20-18 as the Dutchmen crawl back to within 2 once again. Here's Miller over there for that Markle. Now Miller, wing here for Bechtel. Miller inside to Reed, back outside. Over in the corner for Sean Herb. Jeff Miller standing inside 2-point range. Here's Bechtel for two. It's good. Scotty Bechtel from 18 feet out. Nice shot, Scott. 22-18. Clock down to minute 55 in a fast-moving half. The only ball game played here at Susquehanna tonight. UD wants to own the victory. Here is Bixler. Over there for that Vogelsanger. Now for Bowman. Bowman with Miller on him. Gets it out in front. Vogelsanger again. Here's Bixler taking it inside. Puts the shot up and in. Good. 22-20. Markle on the wing over there for Herb. Herb out in front for Markle. Now inside to go. Reed with a turnaround shot. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes down to Young. And again, AC with an opportunity to tie up the ball game. It's clock's down to minute 12. Bowman racing down the left side with it. Ball tapped out of there by Markle, who had it go off AC then. Okay, then maybe Markle didn't get a hand on it because they're ruling it's UD ball. Crowd, which is very vocal and a very good crowd here now, especially the student section over there, really letting the Trojans know that they're here. Trojans will count it down. There's 55 seconds remaining, 52, as they'll play for the last shot. AC doesn't look like they want to come out, but now they do. Bring it up in front here now. And Marco will now hold the ball as AC comes out to challenge. And Marco will drive it inside. Over here for Bechtel. Clock down to 32 seconds, so we have time. Here's Marco with it, and a reach-in foul called. The foul will be on Donner. Donner picks up the personal foul. UD will inbound the ball. Team's fifth foul, so both teams even on the half for fouls, and for Donner, his first. Herb will inbound for UDA. And they're going to run a play this time as it comes in here now for Herb. Trying to watch the clock. 23 seconds left here. Down to 20. Sean with it. Miller standing over at the other post, and a holding foul called. Foul will be on Bowman. He'll pick up the personal foul. The team's sixth, and we've got 12 seconds left. UD by 2. And again, Sean Herb will inbound the ball, or will he? Where are they going with it? Well, they're going to go over the other side. Sean will inbound it from the right wing side this time. He'll inbound it here to Markle. Now back to Herb. Clock down to 9 seconds. Now the Trojan will have to do something with it. Miller spins it over here for Bechtel. Bechtel for 2. It's no good. Rebound inside there, controlled by the Trojans, and that's going to do it as Scott Reed's tip at the very end does not go in. But a good first half for the Trojans and for the Annville Cleona Dutchman. A fine ball game, and the crowd is loving it, that's for sure. At the end of halftime, or at halftime I should say, it is UD 22 and Annville Cleona 20. Super ball game. Well, we're set with the second half of action here tonight as the Trojans and the Annville Cleona Dutchmen going at it in the first game of the districts. And the Dutchmen have the ball, and inside it goes, and a foul call. The foul will be on Scott Bechtel. Scott apparently, they're going to say, was holding, yeah. And for Scott, that's his first. Team's first, and AC will inbound the ball as Hoover will inbound for Annville Cleona. Inside here he goes for Young. Young for 2, no good. Rebound comes back here. Markle streaking back with it, could go all the way, puts the shot up and in. Good, he's fouled, the foul counts, and he'll go to the line shooting 1. Excellent play that time by that Scott Markle as he grabbed the ball that was loose up here, stole the thing away, and took it all the way in all alone. Good job, Scottster. And it's a 4-point ball game again now. UDA by 4, 24-20. And Scott Markle can make it a 5-point ball game. Here's his shot. In and out it goes. No good, but we have a lane violation over here. It was on UD. And so shot wouldn't have counted if it had gone in. And Hoover coming back with it for AC. Have Bowman back into the ball game now for AC. Fogelsanger out here for Young. Back to Fogelsanger. Now back to Young. Has it roll loose. Ball stolen away, knocked out of there by Herb. Sean tries to collect a gift from the official, but nothing doing. And now Bowman checks back out of the ball game now as back in with new instructions comes the Bixler, I think it was, for AC. Hoover across the timeline for the Dutchman. Fogelsanger out in front it is. Here's Bixler heading for the bucket for 2. It's good. Bixler has a fine move and goes inside pretty easily for his AC Dutchman. Good move. It's 24-22. Miller for that Reed on the wing. Good for 2. Scott Reed pumps one in from over there very nicely. 26-22. Hoover across the timeline with Jeff Miller on him. He sends, let's see, the ball over there for Bixler. Now into the corner for Young. And back here for that Domer. Donner out in front for Young, or for Hoover rather. Now Bixler has it. Bixler takes it inside, but nothing doing there. Trojans playing some good defense right at the moment. Vogelsanger dropping it off over there. Here comes that Donner back out here for Vogelsanger, and the Bixler is going to try an 18-footer. It's good. 26-24. UD margin back down to 2. And timeout's going to be called by Upper Dauphin. They'd like to call time. He was signaling timeout over there for Marco, and Marco threw him the ball instead. Jeff Miller was calling timeout. Anyway, the UD gets their timeout with just 6:01 left here in the third period. UDA up by a scant 2, 26-24. Okay, the timeout is over, and Jeff Miller will inbound the ball for UD. Over there for that Scott Markle. Here for Miller, on the wing here for Bechtel. Now inside to Reed, back outside Bechtel. Bechtel steps up for 2, that's long. And on the rebound on the far side, it's tied up over there as both Markle and Hoover tie it up. And on the tie-up, it'll stay UD ball. So Scott Markle will inbound the ball for Upper Dauphin. I think. Yeah, he did. Over there for Reed. Reed right inside here for Miller. Jeff for 2. Won't go. Rebound tapped over the far side. Saved in there by Miller for Reed. But the ball on the court, this time it'll be tied up, and it'll be UD or AC ball. And the Annville Cleona Dutchman will inbound the ball as the Trojans put some four-court pressure on them now. Here comes that Bixler, or rather Young. Young has it tapped out of his hands by UD. Jeff Miller, I believe, got a hand on that one. It'll stay Annville Cleona ball with 5:34 left here in the third period. And Hoover will inbound the ball for AC. On the wing, shot over there by Young. It's good, and a bucket counts, and a foul is called. A foul will be on Jeff Miller, I believe. And that tied up the ball game as Miller picks up his second personal foul. And to the line goes AC's shooter shooting 1, and here it is, and it's no good. Ball comes back to Bechtel. And down comes the Trojans, looking to regain the lead. Now we're all tied up. Pushing it over here for Herb. Herb dribbles once, puts the shot up off the side of the bucket. No good. It's going to remain UD ball, however, as it was tipped in there by AC. Annville Cleona got a hand on it, and Trojans got a break there, perhaps. I'm not sure. At any rate, Marco will inbound the ball for UDA. Back out here it comes for Herb. Herb taking it inside, dropping it there for Reed. Reed for 2, it's good. Scott Reed for 2 more, and UD regains the lead. 28-26 Upper Dauphin. Comes a young fella, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to say the foul was on Jeff Miller. Jeff picks up his third personal foul with 5:02 remaining here in the third. And AC will inbound the ball. Hoover will inbound it here now. UD by 2. Hoover directing traffic out there for Annville Cleona. On the wing he goes with it. Here's a pass over here for that Dahmer. Dahmer has it back, a block, but gathers it right back in again. Donner back here for Young. Young back over for Donner on the baseline. He goes to Bixler, try to push it underneath. Bixler's got it, puts a shot up. A foul's called, and Bixler will go to the line, shooting 2, I believe. Reed picked up his second personal foul as Bixler goes to the line shooting, and he made his first one. It's 28-27. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third period. And let's see what Bixler does with his second shot. It is good, and we're tied up again, 28-28. Here's Herb. Sean going to take it inside, and a foul call that we're going to call a blocking foul on Annville Cleona, and that will be on number 5, Bixler. He picks up the personal foul. It'll be non-shooting, and UDA will inbound the ball. Boy, we've seen Sean get called for a charge on such a similar play, but this time they picked up the foul on AC. Here's Herb with it, going out in front for Miller. Over in the wing over here, Markle. Markle from outside. It's good. It's a three-pointer for Scott Markle. Boy, could we use a few more of those, and that would help. There's a ball thrown out of bounds on the far side. UD will inbound the ball out of the hands of Bixler. Timeout called immediately by the Dutchman, because if the Trojans could start an outside shooting ball game, the Dutchmen are in deep doo-doo. It's 4:08 remaining in the third. UDA, they're correcting this score now. UDA up by 3, 31-28. What about school spirit and fan support? They got it. UDA will inbound the ball following their timeout. Jeff Miller has it for Markle. Miller, he has Herb on the right side here. There's Sean with it now. Sean over here for Miller. Herb looking to go inside with it. Stop it and pop it. It's a little bit short. Rebound comes down to Bixler. He'll head out with it and drop it back over there for that Hoover. So back comes Annville Cleona. They're trailing by 3. Into the wing. Young has it. Back out in front now. Now back to Young. On the right side, ball near steal out in front here. But let's see, the ball tapped loose. Inside it goes. Shot taken in there by Bixler is good. Bixler with another fine move to the bucket for AC. Makes it a 1-point ball game now. 31-30, UD by 1. Here comes Miller. Inside here for Herb. Back out to Miller. Sean Herb out front. Chased in there by Young. Now he's going to take it down the right side. He carried the ball. Sean turned it over on the big dribble. Didn't mean to, but the ball came up on him, and he turns it over. This is Bowman for AC. Bowman taking it right down. Puts a shot up. No good. Rebound tipped over here, and Markle's got it. Quick pass across there for Miller. It's good. Nice pass by Sean Herb for Jeff Miller, and Miller keeps that Trojan margin. Now it's back up to 3 again. It's 33-30. Bowman fires it over in the wing over there for Hoover. Back outside here for Bowman. Now Hoover with it. He'll take it out in front as they try to solve that Trojan defense. Dropping it off for Young, and now back out here for Bowman. Over there for Young. Back here for Bowman. Bowman passes it out here now for that Hoover. Trojans with some good defense now, not letting them get a shot, but here's Bixler loose underneath for 2. Bixler for 2, and he's going to call time immediately as he lost something. Lost the contact lens and saw where it went and picked it right up. So we've got 2:08 left here in the third period. UD leading by 1. Now Bixler has his vision back, and so the Trojans coming back with the basketball. Markle in front here for Miller. Now on the wing. Over there it comes now, and now they dump it inside here for Reed. Reed tries to take it in a little closer, but puts the shot up from where he was. Good for 2. Good shot by Scott Reed. 35-32. Bowman coming back with it. Ball tipped away, but gathered in there by AC. Inside for Bixler. Bixler works it to the hoop for 2. It's good. He'll go to the line, shooting 1. This kid has really played some ball game for AC, and he'll get a chance to tie up the ball game now as we lead by 1, but Bixler will be at the line shooting 1. Foul was on Scott Reed, his 3rd. Timeout is over, and to the line goes Bixler. He'll be shooting 1 to tie it up. Here's his shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Reed. UD still with that 1-point margin. Clock down to a minute and a half remaining here in the third period. This is Markle for Miller in the wing here for Bechtel. Now back out to Miller. Sean Herb at the top of the key. Shoots up a 17-footer. No good. Rebound comes down to Bixler. And AC coming back with it as Bowman has it for Annville Cleona for the Dutchman. Spins it over there for that Bixler. Now out in front, Young. Now Bowman. Out in front again here. The ball rolls loose. Hoover picks it up. Gets it back here for Bowman. 55 seconds right now remaining in the third. Hoover here for Fogelsanger. Near wing over here now for that Bowman. Out in front, Young. On the wing over there, Fogelsanger. In here for Bixler. Bixler 17 feet out. Gives it back to Fogelsanger. Clock down to 37 seconds. Near wing here. Now Bowman out in front again. Fogelsanger with it. Here for Bixler. Bixler will make it go when they decide to go with it, I believe. This is Bowman for Hoover. Hoover out in front. Clock down to 17 seconds. Hoover winding it down on the baseline on the right side. Picks it up, goes inside with it. Reed picks off that pass. Scott Reed coming back with it. Scott looking for two. Wouldn't go. Rebound shot. No good. Rebound shot. Good. Reed on a third attempt gets two and gives the Trojans that margin at the end of the third period. So I'll tell you, we are in a proverbial barn burner tonight as we've got 8 minutes to play. The Trojans with a 3-point lead, 37-34 UDA. Can we hang on? Let you know in 8 minutes. Sean Herb gets the privilege of inbounding the basketball for Upper Dauphin as the final period comes into play. Markle for Miller. Inside here for Herb. Herb on the baseline. Bumped out of there. Ball rolls loose. Picked up in there by that Hoover. And back he comes for AC. Over there for that Young. Young looking for Fogelsanger inside. Didn't get the pass off to him, and Bowman has it over here for Hoover. Now for that Bixler. Bixler going to try a 15-footer. It's good. Matt Bixler for two more. 37-36, UD by one. Here's Miller on the baseline over here for Bechtel. Now out for Miller inside. He goes. Sean Herb. Sean has the ball stripped loose. Back comes Bixler, or Young. Young for two. It's good, and Annville Cleona for the third time in the ball game has now recaptured the lead. It's 38-37 AC by one. Pass inside here now, and dumping it on the baseline. Reed picks it up, spins around, puts a shot up, no good. Ball still loose inside there, and Fogelsanger coming back with it. Gives it over there for, let's see, this is Young for two. It's good. Upper Dauphin trails by three. All of a sudden, it's 40-37, Annville Cleona. And Markle coming back here for Miller. On the wing here for Bechtel. Now outside, Miller shooting for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Bixler. He ends it back over here for Bowman. And Bowman coming back with it. Look out. Gets past it over there for Hoover. Hoover for Bowman. On the wing now, dumping it inside. Here's Fogelsanger underneath there. He's fouled as Scott Reed picks up his fourth personal foul. And Fogelsanger will go to the line shooting two. Donner checking into the ball game for AC. He replaces Bowman. As Fogelsanger goes to the line, he'll be shooting two. Here's his first one. It's good. 41-37, AC by four. 6:13 remaining, all kinds of time left. Momentum definitely at this moment anyway has swung over to the Dutchman side. Second shot's good. 42-37. It's now a 5-point deficit. The Trojans have never trailed in the ball game by that many. Bowman getting set to come back in a game for AC. Here's Reed back outside here for Miller. Now they go over to Bechtel. Scott looking to go inside with a foul call. Foul be on Vogelsanger. Will be non-shooting, and UD will inbound the ball. Vogelsanger picked up his first personal foul for Annville Cleona, so no trouble there for him. Here's Herb from the side. No good. Rebound comes down here to Reed. Reed off the glass for two. It's good. Scott gets two. 42-39. UD trails by three. Bowman over here for Donner. Donner out in front for Young. Young will try to take it in the paint, put a shot up and in. Good. Falling, tripping, stumbling, but he got the shot to go down. 44-39. The ball game has been nip and tuck. The Trojans led this way early. Here's Reed from the side for two. No good. Rebound to Sean Herb, however, is good. Sean gets two. 44-41. There's a pass over here now for Donner. Donner walked with it. UD will come back and get to within one if we can get a bucket here. As Donner turned it over. And Miller will inbound the ball. Here comes Markle with it for Upper Dauphin. He sends Miller on the left wing. Markle on the right side here now. Pass it across here for Miller. Miller back out here for Reed. Inside, Reed goes with a shot off the glass. Good. UD trails by one. It's 44-43. Upper Dauphin behind by one. Bixler with it for AC. What a tremendous basketball game. Ball goes out of bounds on the far side, off the fingertips of Young, and UD will have an opportunity to regain the lead when we come back as Annville Cleona calls time. 4:38 remaining. They've got a 1-point margin, and UD will have the ball right after this timeout. What a tremendous game. UD inbounding the ball following the timeout. Jeff Miller at the top of the circle. Now for Markle. Now Miller in here for Bechtel. Trying to find Scott Herb. Here's a shot from outside. It's good! It's a three-pointer. Upper Dauphin leads by two. Scott Markle for three. UD by two. All right. All right. UD 46. They just trailed by five. They now lead by two. On the wing it goes over there. Now back out in front for Bowman for Annville Cleona. Man, what a ball game. What an absolute fantastic ball game. Bowman for AC. Over here for Vogelsanger. For Young out in front. Drops it over there for Bowman. Bowman out here for Young. They got to watch that wherever Bixler is. He's single. He comes out in front. Now this is Bixler. He's their shooter. Over in the wing it goes for Hoover. Now back out in front for Bixler. Near wing over here it comes down to Young, who gives it back over there to Hoover. And now inside they go with it. Shot by Bixler. No good. Rebound to Reed. Quick outlet pass coming back here. Bechtel working it over here for Miller. Jeff for two. It's good! It's good. Jeff Miller's got two, and it's 48-44. UD by four. Jeff Miller with a big basket. Here comes Bowman racing down the left wing here, and timeout's going to be called by the Dutchman. Timeout called with 3:08 left. The Trojans open up a 4-point margin. It's 48-44 UDA. 3:08 remaining. AC will inbound the basketball. And it will be Hoover to inbound for Annville Cleona. Wendell Hoover will inbound the ball for AC. I think he will. Yeah, he did. Inbounded it here for that Bixler. Back over here for Hoover. Hoover on the wing for Domer. Donner goes inside. Ball backward away. Picked up over there. Let's see. Herb with a near steal, but they pick it back up here. Donner's got it. Trojans had him reeling for a second there. As Hoover signals out in front, clock down to 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first playoff game of the season. They wanted a walk, no call, and probably didn't extend that rear foot, probably didn't move it. Hoover has it back again. The clock down to 2:33. We'll try to keep our eye on the clock. Donner out in front here for Vogelsanger. Now back out here for Hoover. Hoover loops it inside there for that Bixler, and he's got two more. He has got a ton. 48-46, clock down to 2:15. Will the Trojans go to the stall? Not yet, too early. Herb inside for Reed. Reed gets back outside here. Now for Herb on the side over there. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Bixler. And AC coming back with an opportunity to tie up the ball game. Once again, quick pass on the wing over there. This is Young out in front now for Hoover. Clock down a minute, 45 seconds left in regulation time. Ball near stolen away over there by Markle, but back out in front it comes to Hoover. Oh, a near steal by Markle. This is Donner with it. Keeping our eye on Bixler. We could follow him around because the play will go into him if he gets a chance. They get a chance. There's a pass out here for Donner. Out in front. Donner looking to go inside, but passes it back out here for Hoover. Bixler circling underneath. You can see him. He's over on the left wing and heading for the left baseline. Now he's underneath. Clock down to a minute and 13. Here comes Hoover out in front here for Young. Young for two. No good. Rebound tapped around in there. Controlled inside by, let's see, the Trojans with an excellent block, and the ball's going to be raced out of here. It's going to stay AC ball. But what a great defensive move inside, and the three officials who are working the ball game tonight doing a good job on that call. No call underneath there as they left the boys play. Exactly 1 minute remaining in the ball game. Playoff basketball at its finest here at Susquehanna High School tonight. Annville, Cleona, and UD hooked up in a barn burner. 48-46. Clock down to 45 seconds right now. This is Bixler handing it off over there for Young. Back outside for Bixler. Near wing here for Hoover. Clock inside 40 seconds. AC trailing by 2. This is Donner. Outside Vogelsanger. Inside Bixler. Bixler looking for some instructions. Sean Herb on him. Drops it back here for Hoover. Clock down to 23 seconds remaining in the ball game. Regulation time. They're looking for 2 to tie it up. Here's Bixler with it. Got to keep it out of his hands. Back outside it goes. Trojan with some great defense. Trojan fans, all the fans on their hands now. Here's Young with a spin-around shot. It's good with 5 seconds remaining. Back come the Trojans, and timeout called immediately by Upper Dauphin. We've got 2 seconds, and we lost one. I'll tell you that. We lost a second out here, and the referee's going to try to straighten it out maybe if he can, but hold everything, we did lose a second. The clock is down to just 2 seconds, and there should be 3. They're going to consult, as they should. They're going to consult out here as they should. I believe the Trojans need 1 more second. This guy says he never saw the clock. So it looks as though the clock should have stopped with 3 seconds remaining instead of 2. At any rate, UD will have the ball for the final shot of the regulation time. It's all tied up 48-48 with just 2 seconds remaining, unless they give us a second back, which they're not going to. And so Upper Dauphin, if they have a 2-second play, will get a chance to inbound the ball and perhaps put up a game-winning shot. We'll see how that transpires here in just 2 seconds. The ball will be started in play from all the way down underneath the basket. So not too much of a chance on anything too fancy here now as the Trojans come up, and they may elect to just simply get it inside here and play the OT. This is Markle. He will inbound the basketball for Upper Dauphin. He'll have 5 seconds to do so. Over here for Herb. Herb pumps one up at the buzzer. It's no good as it hits the rim. Oh my gosh. Shaw just about put that one in from 75 feet out. But anyway, the regulation time comes to an end, all tied 48. I mean the regular time, yeah. To an end at 48 all. And man alive, will have a 3-minute OT. We're in period 5, and it's 48-48. UDA, AC, all tied up. Wow. Can you ask for more? Okay, the teams begin the overtime the way they begun the game with the opening tap-off, and this will be the tip to control OT. Reed against Vogelsanger, and Reed gets the tip. Back over here for Miller. For Markle as the game becomes intense, even more intense, let's say. Here's Sean Herb. Out in front, over the wing it goes for Bechtel. He'll drop it here for Markle. Markle has it back again. Now over in the corner it goes. Here's Herb for 2. It's good. Sean Herb gets the first 2 points of the OT. It's 50-48, UD by 2. Hoover coming back with it for AC. Spinning it down that right side. They like to work the right side, hardly ever work the left side, to tell you the truth. You notice. This is Young. Out here for Hoover. We need a turnover here. Near wing over here. Now they'll work the left side. Vogelsanger with it. Out in front for Young. Over there for that Hoover guy. Now here is Donner. Donner dumping it on the baseline here for 55 Vogelsanger, but he missed the shot. Back with it comes UD. Boy, could we use two here. And let's see, it's going to be a foul out in front as Markle is dumped out there by Hoover. And Hoover picks up just his second personal foul. And Markle will inbound the ball. Does so back over there for Miller. Jeff looking to get two from his Trojan ball club. Takes it inside. Near wing over here for Reed. Reed passes it back out in front here now for Markle. Markle has the ball swiped away from him. Hoover picks it up for the AC. And he spins it over in the wing over there for that Bixler. Or no, rather Young. Now out in front, Vogelsanger. Near wing over here. You know, you don't see Bixler until time for the shot. If you notice that. He's in there. He's circling around now in the front. He goes with it. Passes it back out there now. Vogelsanger near wing over here for Donner. Donner there for Young. Young trying to go inside with a shot. No good. Rebound. Let's see. Going to be controlled by Miller. And he's bumped into. And number 10, Hoover will pick up yet another foul. This will be his third. Non-shooting UD Ray will inbound the ball. 48 to 50. UD by 2 with 1:09 left in the overtime. Jeff Miller to inbound the basketball. Hoover comes out of the game as the Trojans, I guess it is, call time. Anyway, 1:09 left in the first OT. UDA up by 2, 50-48. They'll have the ball when we come back. Jeff Miller getting set to inbound the basketball for UDA with just 1:09 left in regulation time. Here is Herb with it. And Herb is fouled. Herb is fouled, and let's see, the foul will be on number 3, Young. That's the team's 6th foul. Both teams have 6 fouls. And so UD will inbound the ball again. That took 2 seconds, so there's 1:07 left in the ball game. In period 5, if you will. Here's Herb. Herb over there. This time is Donner on him. Donner and Herb chase it down the right side. The foul called. Foul this time will be on number 3, Young. And I'll tell you what, Sean Herb will be shooting. And Herb, who can really shoot, timeout called now by AC. But Herb, who can really shoot foul shots, loves to play clutch basketball, will be at the line shooting for UD 1-1. 1 minute, 1 second remaining. Herb will be at the line shooting a 1-1. UDA up by 3. Timeout is over. Sean Herb lines up at the foul line to shoot one of the biggest 1-1s of the ball game. Here's his first shot. It is no good. Rolls off on the left side, and back with it comes AC. This is Hoover. He's back into the ball game for the Dutchman. He's got the ball clocked down to 50 seconds. Here is that Vogelsanger. Vogelsanger out in front for Young. Young from 18 feet out. No good. Rebound in there to Reed. Back with it come the Trojans. Stolen away and a foul called. The foul will be on number 10. Hoover, he'll pick up his 4th personal foul. And UD will go to the foul line, shooting 2. We got Reed talking something over out here now with one of the AC guys. And I'm not sure what that was all about, but I do know that Scott Markle will go to the line for UDA. He'll be shooting a 1-1 with just 40 seconds remaining as Bowman checks back into the ballgame. He'll replace Hoover for the Annville Cleona Dutchman. And let's see if Markle can make a big important foul shot. UDA up by 2. If Scott makes this one, it would force him to go to 3. He made it. And the crowd, needless to say, goes bonkers. It's now a 3-point ball game. 40 seconds left. This one would be a big one if he can put the second shot in. Markle, just a fine, fine senior ball player here. Very cool out there, at least in appearance. And here's his second one. It's good. Scott Markle with 2 excellent free throws here late in the overtime. We've got 35 seconds. UDA up by 4, 52-48. Inside it comes here. Here's Young from outside for 2. It's good. We're back to a 2-point ball game, and the coach frantically calling, no, not time, and a foul call. Now this is going to hurt because Sean Herb, sooner or later, is going to make a couple of these foul shots. This is Donner picking up the foul, his 4th, and Herb going to the line to shoot once again, as Sean will not miss this time, I do not believe. We got 22 seconds remaining. UDA up by 2, and Sean shooting a 1-and-1. Come on, Sean. 52-50. Herb shooting 2, or 1-and-1. First shot, no good. Rebound on the far side, controlled by Bechtel. Back out in front it comes here now for Herb. Herb is tackled, and they're not going to call an intentional foul, but for number 10, he picks up the foul. They're going to call a hold out in front, and this is going to send Sean back to the foul line. Sean has got to do it because this senior kid is such a fantastically great ball player that we need to absolutely get a foul out of him. Come on, Sean. Clock down to 19 seconds. UDA up by 2. Herb at the line. Sean, who is about as cool as they come, will be looking to put this first one in for sure as his Trojans lead by 2. Here's Sean's first shot. It's good. A 3-point ball game now for Upper Dauphin with just 19 seconds remaining. And if this big guy can hit this second one, this crowd will once again erupt. Let's see. It looks good from here. It is good. Sean wobbled it home. It's a 4-point ball game. Back comes Annville Cleona. This is Bowman over there for Fogelsanger. Clock down to 12 seconds. Inside it comes here. Ball tapped away. Fogelsanger picks it up, puts the shot up. It's good with just 5 seconds. And now he's going to run on a technical foul called. A technical foul will be called on number 4 over here. He picks up the technical for running away with the basketball after the shot had gone in. So Annville Cleona's Dahmer will pick up the technical foul. And the referee, of course, getting a lot of static from the coach of Annville Cleona. It's 54-52, only 4 seconds remaining. UD will be shooting a tee as the shot went in, and then Dahmer come by and picked up the basketball and ran out of bounds with it. You could see it playing, and a tee immediately called, and that's going to give the tee to Dahmer and to the Annville Cleona, and that's going to let Sean Herb go to the foul line. He'll be shooting 2 with just 4 seconds remaining. And better than that then, the Trojans will also then get the ball back. Officials explaining things here to both Coach Foster and to the AC coach. So Herb at the foul line, the basketball game very definitely on the line. Here's the shot by Herb. It's good. It's good. It's a 3-point ball game. 55-52, UD by 3. And Herb will look to make it 4 with just 4 seconds left. Here it is. It's good. Sean Herb makes it 4. The Trojans will get the ball back. And timeout called by Upper Dauphin. Great job, Sean Herb. Tim Bonner here. He's really sweating up a storm here now. As the fans in here really, really pumped up now. And the AC starts to depart the ball game now, as their ball club has played one heck of a fine ball game. They have this Bixler out here played as good a ball game as you could want from anybody. And it looks as though the Trojans will have the better hand here now with just 4 seconds left. UDA up by 4. So the Trojans, who battled against AC last year, are now going to see themselves win in overtime. So this ball game is just really something. Here's Reed for 2. It's good. And that'll do it. The Trojans have won the ball game and take the first round, the first game, in the first round of the PIAA AA playoffs here at Susquehanna tonight with a final score of Upper Dauphin 58 and the Annville Cleona Ball Club 52. So the Trojans by 6. And boy, I'll tell you what, you can't take anything away from these Annville Cleona Dutchmen. They have played one heck of a ball game. And the Trojans just hanging in there. You know, it was one of those kind of ball games where the Trojans had led for the most part during the whole darn ball game. And it just looked like as though they may pull it out at the end. The Dutchmen forced it into overtime with a clutch bucket with just like 2 seconds remaining in regulation time, and the Trojans coming back and outscoring them in the overtime 10-4 in the overtime. It was 48-48 tie at the end of regulation, ended up 58-52. So UD outscoring them 10-4 in the OT and clinching the first ball game. So boy, it has been a whole lot of fun as the Trojans go now for a Friday night ball game somewhere, but just a super effort on everyone's part, and for Annville Cleona a bitter defeat, but yet one that they certainly can feel unashamed of, that's for sure. Trojans with that big victory will move on. Annville Cleona finish for the season, but it wasn't easy, as anyone can tell you, and some clutch foul shooting in the very end of the ball game by Markle and by Sean Herb sewed up the victory. So everyone playing just one heck of a ball game and coming out a victor. Good fan support tonight here at Susquehanna. A good crowd on hand of Upper Dauphin fans who really were very boisterous and really cheered pretty nicely tonight, I believe. And so that's going to do it. We'll move on here now and see who our next opponent might be. Final score again, 58-52, UDA over Annville Cleona, and we will catch you later. Good luck, fellas, as you move on. Let's do it. Good night from Susquehanna.